All right, let's talk about a culinary revolution that was absolutely buzzing at CES 2026. And no, we're not just talking about some fancy new gadgets. We're talking about a massive shift in how our food gets made, marketed, and served. All thanks to AI and robotics that, get this, are finally affordable for businesses of any size.
I mean, seriously, think back. It wasn't that long ago that the food and beverage industry kind of looked at tech as a gimmick, right? Something for other people. Well, that skepticism is officially off the menu.
So, what was the single biggest takeaway from CES this year? It's one word: accessibility. We're talking about AI that can predict your next hit dish and robots that can pull a perfect espresso shot, all without needing a venture capital-sized budget. This isn't just for the huge chains anymore. This is about empowering everyone in the food world.
So, here's our game plan. We're going to start with how AI is getting a taste for different cultures. Then we'll step into the interconnected smart kitchen. After that, we'll get into the really juicy stuff about robots and hospitality, and we'll wrap it all up with a practical playbook you can use today.
First up, AI-powered personalization. And look, this goes so much deeper than just knowing a customer's first name. This is about understanding their specific tastes, their culture, and maybe even their mood on a Tuesday afternoon, and being able to do that for thousands of people at once.
And this is where it gets really cool. Imagine your fridge suggesting a regional recipe because it knows what you have and what people in your area love. Or what if you could basically create a food GPT to test a new menu item on 1 million virtual customers before you even buy a single ingredient? That's what we're talking about, turning guesswork into a data-driven art.
Okay, but of course, there's a catch. For any of this amazing personalization to work, people have to actually trust you with their data. And right now, a lot of them, well, they're a little hesitant, and you can't really blame them.
And this chart really lays it all out. You can see that depending on what we're talking about, somewhere between a quarter and almost half of consumers have low trust in AI. And the number one reason? Privacy concerns. You just can't build an amazing predictive loyalty program if your customers think you're being sketchy with their info.
So, how do you fix the trust problem? Well, CES had some pretty clever solutions. Think about AI that can make your kitchen run smoother without ever seeing a human face, thanks to tech like Decloak that blurs people out in real time. You pair that with super clear messaging about how you're using data, and suddenly you've got a recipe for building real customer confidence.
Now let's move on to our second big win, which is the Smart Kitchen. This is where AI and the Internet of Things, or IoT, come together to create this brilliant interconnected system.
You've probably heard the buzzword AIoT floating around. Let's just break it down. It means your smart devices aren't just waiting for commands anymore. They're actually anticipating what you need. Your fridge knows you're about to run out of milk, and your oven already knows the perfect setting for that pizza. It's kind of like having a personal assistant built right into your kitchen.
And the impact here is just huge. We're talking about a potential 20 to 25% reduction in food waste. That's a massive cost saving for any business, sure, but it's also a giant step toward being more sustainable. It is a total win-win for your bottom line and for the planet.
Now you're probably thinking, okay, this sounds incredibly expensive, but check out this number. The return on investment for these systems is now as low as 12 to 18 months. This is exactly what we mean by accessibility. This isn't just for mega corporations anymore. It's a smart investment that pays for itself fast, even for smaller businesses.
And it's not just about efficiency. It's about empowering your people. By letting collaborative robots, or cobots, handle the boring, repetitive stuff, your staff is freed up to do what humans do best: create amazing new recipes, talk to customers, and add that human touch that makes an experience unforgettable.
This brings us to our third, and maybe the most fascinating area: robots in customer service. This is where tech meets human emotion, and honestly, the answer to that question on the screen isn't what you might think.
So this is absolutely crucial to understand. There's no one-size-fits-all approach to service robots. In many Asian markets, for example, customers really value the precision and the cool futuristic efficiency of a robot. But in North America, people tend to want more warmth and personality. Your success with robots completely depends on understanding your cultural context. And this all ties into a new trend called phygital. It's just a mashup of physical and digital. It means the line between those two worlds is basically disappearing. So, you might order a super custom cupcake on a tablet, watch a robot arm created with perfect precision, and then a friendly human barista hands it to you with a smile. That whole journey,
That's the phygital experience.
And this slide really nails the whole idea. It's a partnership. The robot is the master of precision. It handles all the tedious prep work flawlessly. And then the human chef comes in to add the creativity, the artistic flair, the soul. It's a perfect blend of high-tech efficiency and high-touch artistry.
And the business case for this is just undeniable. This human-robot team-up leads to a 30% boost in service speed. Plus, with the robots as a service model, where you basically just lease the robots instead of buying them, businesses are seeing a return on that investment in under 18 months. Faster service, better efficiency, and a quick ROI. It's a pretty compelling argument.
Okay, we have covered a ton of ground. So the big question is, how do you take all of this amazing innovation and actually turn it into a winning strategy? Let's break it down into a really simple playbook.
These are the 3 numbers you need to have on your dashboard. First, your personalization left. Are those AI recommendations driving 20 to 30% more sales? Second, waste reduction. Is your smart kitchen cutting food spoilage by 30, 40, even 50%? And third, service efficiency. Are your human-robot teams serving customers 25 to 35% faster? These are the metrics that prove the revolution is real.
So if there's one thing to take away from CES 2026, it's this. The time for being a tech skeptic in the food and beverage industry is over. It's time to ditch the old spreadsheets for smart tools that can actually understand cultural tastes, wipe out waste, and create amazing experiences for your customers.
You know, this tech isn't some far-off future concept. It's here, right now. It's accessible, it's affordable, and it is completely changing the game. So the only real question left is, what are you going to do with it? Thanks for joining me.